For lunch in the Drummond cafeteria today, we're having chicken and noodles. Chicken and noodles is one of my all-time favorite dishes, and it's not to be confused with chicken noodle soup. It's more of a thick chicken stew, so delicious. Now I've boiled a whole chicken, boiled it for about 45 minutes, not too high, just a nice simmer. And now I've been shredding the chicken, picking it off the bone. I've always said if you can boil a whole chicken, you can do most things in life. All right, I got all the chicken off the bones. Now I'll add the chicken later, but for now, I'm gonna take the bones and throw them back into the pot. I'm gonna let the bones simmer for about 20 minutes, and that's gonna make the chicken and noodles extra delicious. Well, it's a typical school day on the ranch. The kids have been outside doing a science project, and now they're doing their math drills. They're gonna be in here for lunch pretty soon, so I'm gonna keep moving forward on the chicken and noodles. The bones have been simmering. I got about as much flavor out of these as I could. Make sure I get them all out. Okay. The great thing about chicken and noodles too is you can sort of make it slowly over the course of a morning. There are a few steps to it, but none of them are difficult or complicated. You just have to have a little time. Now, depending on what's going on, I don't always cook like this on homeschool days. Sometimes we just have peanut butter sandwiches, and sometimes we have leftovers from the night before. But today, it seemed like a good day for chicken and noodles. Okay, I'm just dicing up the carrots and celery. I dice them pretty fine because my kids prefer smaller pieces of veggies. But you can make them big if you like it. You can also use root vegetables, add different vegetables that you have in your fridge. All right, dice the celery. So I've got half an onion, and I'll add that to the pot. And then the carrots and celery go in. This is a really pretty dish too. Lots of bright colors. All right, and then the chicken that I pulled off the bones all goes in. There's a lot of chicken in this dish. This is a whole chicken right here. Okay, about a teaspoon of salt. And then some black pepper. Okay, and then I'll add a half a teaspoon of ground thyme. Great flavor. And then this is something my mom always added, just about a quarter teaspoon of turmeric, also known as turmeric. I never know how to pronounce it. Turmeric is usually for flavor, but I use it in chicken and noodles just for color. It gives it a nice, deep golden color. For some reason, the color just makes the dish taste even more wonderful. All right, now this is gonna cook for another 10 minutes, and then I'll add the noodles, finish it off, and it'll be lunchtime. Now, part of what makes this dish so easy is I use frozen home-style noodles. They're actually the noodles my grandmother used to use. They are so delicious, you wouldn't even know you didn't make them yourself. All right, I'm gonna let the noodles start cooking, and I'm gonna mix up a little bit of a flour paste. I'll add about a tablespoon and a half of flour to a little bit of water, about a half a cup. Now I'll just whisk this until it's really, really smooth. And then I'll just pour it right into the pot. And this is gonna help the sauce thicken a little bit. And that is the important difference between chicken noodle soup and chicken and noodles. I'm just gonna splash in a little bit of half and half, teaspoon or so of parsley. Stir that in. All right, now I'm gonna let this cook for another 15 minutes till it's nice and thick. Dig in, guys. Chicken and noodles.
It's really good, Mom.